Hello and welcome back to another episode of TWIG. So yeah, this week there's a double XP weekend. Also, season 3's coming soon, and Galaxite are working on private games. So yeah, let's get into the video. So as always, I'll start off by putting the changelogs for this week's update on the screen now, so you can pause the video and read them if you want. So the new items in the shop this week are the rare car core, the epic beehive gravestone, the epic GG title, the epic puppy boy Evo avatar, the epic puppy girl Evo avatar, and the rare foxtail avatar is still in the shop from last week. So this week, none of the items have been removed from like the Galaxite store, uh, but like because yeah, last week we were told that all of the festive items that had stayed in the store would be removed starting like this week. But yeah, nothing's been removed this week, and yeah, they'll be removed like next week. So yeah, you've got like an extra week where if there's something that stayed in the store that you want to get, then yeah, get it before it goes away next week. So in this week's changelogs, Galaxite said that they'll be announcing the date when season 3 is coming out next week. So yeah, that's sort of something to look forward to next week. It's probably going to be sometime near the end of January when season 3 comes out. So yeah, that also means like since Galaxite are working hard on the new stuff in season 3, there's like not going to be as many changes leading up to that probably. Yeah, I mean, like this week they've said in the changelogs that there's not any changes in prop hunt or fill the gaps because they're busy working on season 3. So yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, so now I'll go through the Core Wars changes. Yeah, there's like a bunch of bug fixes and stuff, but I'm not gonna go into them. But yeah, there's a change that I think is like a really good change. I think it's a pretty big deal, even though it's very small. But yeah, with bows, now the arrows have like a particle trail behind them, and also makes a ping noise when you hit your opponent. Yeah, this has been in like Kronos for like since Kronos came out. Yeah, there's been like particles behind the arrows to say like which tier of bow, and also the ping noise as well when you hit your opponent. So yeah, I think it's really good in Core Wars because now you like if you're at a distance and you can't really see what's going on, you don't know. It's kind of hard to know if you've actually hit your opponent. You have to sort of look out to see if they turn red and like, get knocked back. So yeah, that's pretty useful for knowing if you've hit your opponent with the arrows. Uh, and then also the like sort of particle trail. That's kind of useful for like readjusting your shot. Yeah, if you like shoot and you miss, then you sort of want to know like how far away you were in which direction. So yeah, the trails help let you know where your arrow's gone. So yeah, it's been really good in Kronos having the trail and the ping noise. So yeah, now that it's in Core Wars, it's really good. Although uh, not many people end up with a bow in Core Wars, but yeah, I think it's still a good change. So, Galaxite have said they're currently working on private games. So yeah, they've started testing it with helpers. So at the moment, only helpers can create private games. Uh, but yeah, Galaxite have said that once they're like eventually released, they'll be available for ultra members and influencers. Speaking of influencers, this week I was given influencer rank. So if you've not seen my video I made on that, go and watch it after this. So yeah, but yeah, I think with the like private games once they're eventually released, I think having that with the ultra membership is going to be really good because at the moment there are some people that think ultra membership isn't really worth getting. Uh, like the sort of thing you don't really get enough for having ultra membership, but I think the ability to make private games will be like really good for having ultra membership because yeah, sort of being able to just sort of maybe go into a game of Kronos with just your friends and not having all of the random people in the game. That would sort of be yeah. It is a really cool concept. So yeah. So I don't know when the private like games will like be released. I don't know when you'll be able to make them with Ultra. Although I think since season three's coming soon, it might be then. I think since they've already said that that's what they're working on, and it's already being like tested with helpers. Um, I think it means it's coming soon. Although I don't know. I think since season three's coming soon, maybe it'll be then. I don't know. But yeah. So there's been one change in Chronos. It's not got anything to do with actually playing the game, but yeah, it's to do with spectating. So yeah, now when you're spectating, spectators from other teams are now like invisible by default. And yeah, there's an option in the spectating compass to toggle on or off, being able to see spectators from other teams. Yeah, I think although it's a very small thing, I think it could be quite useful, especially because at the end of the game, uh, like when the area is really small and like all the actions just in one place. Sometimes if people have just sort of stayed in the game spectating even when they've died, yeah, sometimes it can get quite cluttered with a lot of spectators in that small area. So yeah, being able to turn them off and not being able to see them, it will be just a bit easier to just watch what's going on without people getting in the way. So yeah, that changes only in Chronos. Like, when I first saw it, I didn't know whether it could be in other games as well. Although, like after thinking about it, it's sort of like it wouldn't really be useful in Prop Hunt or Fill the Gaps. And then I think in Core Wars, there's not really enough people in games, and like not really enough people like actually spectate, like stay and spectate after they've died. So I guess it makes sense to only be in Chronos. Maybe it could be something that would come at Core Wars in the future, although, yeah, I don't think it'll be as useful in other game modes as it is having it in Chronos. So the last thing for this week's episode of Twig is double XP weekend. I'm not sure when it'll end, although it'll probably be like when it normally ends, like I don't know, sort of Sunday, Monday, depending on whichever time zone you're in. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I think double XP weekends are always great because it's sort of really useful for if you're trying to get up to like the next prestige or trying to get to the end of the battle pass, whatever. Yeah, they're just really useful for like getting a lot of XP. And yeah, it's a good time to just grind and try and play a lot. So yeah, a few tips for grinding XP. I think the best game to play is Core Wars. I think Core Wars quads is the best for XP if you've got a full squad of 4 or like even 3. But yeah, if you don't have anyone else to play with, solos is fine, duos is fine as well. So yeah. Also remember get core kills because they give a lot of XP, and also remember to put GG in the chat at the end of like any game you play, because yeah, you just get some bonus XP. So yeah, I think the fact that it's almost the end of season 2, I think it's a great time to have a double XP weekend. It's sort of near the end of the season, like you really want to get to a certain point, like a certain prestige or a certain point in the battle pass. So yeah, it's a really good time to have a double XP weekend right now. And also, at the end of like last season, there seemed to be more double XP events towards the end of the season. So maybe we'll see the same sort of thing this season as well. And yeah, I'm pretty sure the whole last week of season 1 was just double XP. So maybe we'll see the same for the end of season 2 as well. I don't know. But yeah. So that's it for this episode of Twig. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, and also if you're not already, please subscribe because it really helps me out, and it also means you won't miss any future episodes of this series or any other videos I make. So yeah, bye.